Hello Canine Evolutions. If you have watched my How Dogs Learn from Tyrant to Teacher Foundation of Animal Behavior video course, you know that I teach all of my students to throw away the dog's food bowl. If you haven't done that already, I highly recommend you to do so too. The reason why is that animals in the wild will spend hours and hours searching for food. This innate behavior is hardwired into them. They need food to survive. They need to work in order to stay alive. These animals are also hardwired to enjoy working for food. Many studies show that given a choice, all species prefer to work for their food rather than getting it for free. And this is the same for our dogs. Dogs have been a part of human societies longer than any other domesticated species. Our human relationships with the Canis lupus familiaris, or modern dogs, are both very widespread and intense, leading to very strong attachments between the owners or caregivers and the animal. We then humanize the dog and tend to forget the dog has residual DNA of his forefather the wolf, with inherited innate behaviors and drives. It is these genetic tendencies and innate behaviors that allow for a better connection with working for an entire meal rather than working for treats. A concept, however, that is very difficult to accept by many humans because many humans feel bad not to give their dog a bowl of food and they want to show the dog they love him so much. Also because of the so commercialized pet industry and wrong training concepts implemented for years by other trainers. Hey, and the people say, I know my dog loves me because I give him treats. We as humans or caregivers to our dogs have a responsibility that arises from that supposedly special bond we have with them. And that responsibility is setting your dog up for success. That means that we need to let go of the concept of a training session and treat every interaction you have with your dog as a training session. Animals perform behaviors constantly, and many of these behaviors are unwillingly reinforced by us humans. In order to change behavior, we need to have a dog that is motivated to do so and is willing to work for a motivator. And in this case, that will be his food. And by food, I mean their entire and all meals and not just training treats. Besides the fact that training treats don't offer a complete nutritional meal, typical training treats contain lower quality ingredients, high fat content, sugar, and other artificial ingredients that may be harmful for your dog. I literally mean all their meals, whether you feed a high-quality dry dog food like kibble or a raw diet. One of the biggest issues people have is the lack of engagement that a dog has with them. During training sessions or when the trainer is there, the dog will typically work for treats after being satiated by a meal before that. Satiated dogs will not be hungry and therefore be less motivated to work for food if they have competitive motivators like another dog running by or a juicy squirrel. The treat is just the dessert after a meal. Look at us humans and ourselves. How many times have you skipped dessert because you ate a very filling and satiating meal? The same for our dogs. And also, humans need to work for a living. We need to get up in the morning and go to work and put food on the table for our families. We need to work to pay our bills. We need to work to put a roof over our heads. And, the better our work ethic, the more successful we will be. And the same is true for our dogs. When you carry food around in a bait bag or have it available in easily accessible containers throughout the house when you're at home, your dog will earn his food by working, by showing you appropriate and calm behavior. So instead of earning 1 or 2 meals per day, your dog will now work for 100, maybe 200 or more individual rewards for desired behavior. Your dog will earn his food throughout the entire day and will never know when that food is coming. On top of that, in my philosophy is that my dog also needs to work for social contact. So no free pets and no free massages. I use that motivator to get attention to my advantage too. There's no free toys in my house either. I require my dogs to work for everything in their lives, for all the resources available to them, and that can include pets, massages, attention, food, toys, play, etc. It doesn't mean that when all these resources are available for my dog, that they are actually accessible. Access to these resources will be conditioned to certain desired behaviors. Having your dog work for all these motivators will create a good work ethic for your dog and create engagement and motivation to pay attention to you, so that when you ask him or her to do something in public, your dog will say, "Hey man, yup, no problem," and he will work with you rather than for the tangibles extras you have to offer him. Your dog will get used to working with you all the time, not just on the training field, not when the trainer is there, and definitely not just for the frosting on the cake. Your dog will develop a significantly better relationship with you and will respect you a lot more. When you're new to this and your dog is used to getting everything free in his life, he or she might give you a little bit of a hard time with this change. You will most likely see an increase in unwanted behaviors as a result of trying to push you in giving him what he wants. But I promise that eventually he will get the idea that from now on, nothing in his life is free, and he will catch on. I also promise you that this is the best possible thing you can do for your dog to better your relationship dramatically. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to understand more about how dogs learn, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that bell, and turn on all the notifications so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.